Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of CollusionMC. Today, we're going to be tackling the top section of this first part of the Ninjago City. As it is, it already stands pretty tall, but it's going to be even taller. And I got to say, it's going to look really awesome. Then, on top of that, we're also going to get that elevator I've been talking about. It was quite a pain to get together, but I finally was able to get a design that worked, that was compact enough, and we'll be adding that as well. So let's get to that. All right, so I went ahead and gathered all the resources that we're going to need to get started with this project, contained in all these shulker boxes right here. It was quite a bit of resource gathering, I must say. Lots of different intricate things that are going to be in here. So we're going to end up working on this top section as well as the elevator that's going to be going in this spot right here. And that goes all the way down to the bottom level. So there's actually a whole nother piece that fits in all the way up as well. So we're going to be working on that. And then, yeah, that'll pretty much complete this first section. We have a little bit of detailing that we still have to do. As I mentioned before, I still need to detail um, Angry Ender's bar. Yep, still angry. So we need to detail that as well as I did want to put some more banners in this comic shop right here. So I've got a lot of banners I need to design. I've actually gotten some designs online to try to create those. So we're just gonna add a bunch of banners in here to make it kind of comic-y looking. And then, yeah, just basically just detail work from there on. I need to do some more variety with the stone down here. I also want to change up some of the stone patterns they have down in the bottom level as well. And then eventually get to that koi pond. And I swear to God, how is this spawning up here? This is a tree. They cannot spawn in trees. And yet we've got tree creepers. That's dangerous and scary. Imagine these things just dropping anywhere. And they blend in so well. But before we get on to our big project, I did want to make one more trip over to the shopping district to do a little bit more gambling. That's right, we're going to go back to that shulker shop and see what kind of random loot box shulkers we can get because I'm just not satisfied with having three. I need to have some more. So let's head on over to the shopping district before we start this project. This is one of the last days we'll actually get to enjoy the Halloween decorations. As we're already approaching Halloween, gonna have to take this down and get ready for the next holidays. But here's where I wanted to be. So, once again, to remind everybody, roll 'em shulkers. We need to insert 2 diamond blocks and see what prizes we get. So, let me get some diamond blocks. I've got a few right here. And let's see what our options are. So, we've got light blue, or yellow. And looks like regular shulker color. Let's see what we get with yellow. And 2. Holy cow, that's a lot of enchanting books. That's awesome. All right. Well, let's put this in our inventory here. Also, my inventory is full, so I'm going to shove that in there. And then let's see what else we can find here. Ooh, green. I think I might be feeling green. Let's do it. Pumpkins. Well, did I supply these pumpkins? How ironic that I got pumpkins. Well, at least we got a shulker box. Speaking of pumpkins, actually, And the reason that's kind of funny, aside from all the pumpkins that we have around here, no one's really been visiting our pumpkin patch, sadly. All the pumpkins I put in here for people to take, except for those are the seeds. But all the pumpkins I took for people to take, I don't think anyone's really touched them. Hard to tell if someone took them out of the actual patch here because I mean it grows back. Safe to say that we have a ton of pumpkins. And now we have a ton more pumpkins. So they're not all winners, I guess. But now I need to make something with this pumpkin stuff. I don't know, maybe a pumpkin mansion or something. We got to use these pumpkins for something. I did want to actually incorporate lighting because I did this a little bit inside of the actual Tango factory in the super smelter. I had some sections that were lit up with these pumpkins, and the orange looks pretty cool. When you do that, you just kind of hide the face, and it looks pretty cool. So I may end up using some of that, but certainly not, you know, 27 stacks of 64. That's insane. But now I need to create something even more insane with all these pumpkins. Well, now that we've had our little bit of fun, I think it's time to go into a time lapse and let's finish off this project. The moment I've been waiting for. The build is finally done. I can't believe it. It's been such a long time, but I finally finished the initial section of the Ninjago City. So let's go take a look at that. However, first, it has come to my attention, and this is extremely important. What the heck is that behind me? What is going on over here? Now, clearly, this is a skeleton trap, but it's up at the top of that. Let's go take care of this. I'm going to get... They're going to spawn in on me here in a second. This is so weird. Yeah, there goes. No, skeleton horses. No. There we go. Saved one. Got ahead, though. One more. See if we can take the rider out. Save the horse. There we go. Not bad. Got two. I think we got one more rider. All right. Anyways, as I was saying, it's done. So let's go check this out. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the elevator section. So as I mentioned before, this was going to be kind of a work in progress. So this last bit that we built up actually is all of the sections going up. So we have this kind of mixture of the different stone brick and tuff to kind of represent, I guess, decaying brick. I wanted to also mix in some of these polished andesite blocks, which looks kind of cool. Looks like they've replaced some of the different blocks in here. And this almost, like I said, looks like vines or where it's kind of eroded. So I mixed that through there. I've got these kind of neon banners that I may put some other banners on them as well. But for now, it looks pretty cool. It's just kind of this glowing neon banner. And then that's holding up the second section up above. So let's go ahead and take our brand new elevator to get to that new section. Going past our pit of pandas here. So this elevator actually has, 4 different floors and this call button system. So if it's the elevator is not at the floor you want, you just go ahead and hit any of the buttons on the floor and it will actually send the elevator to you. We have to do this a couple times because it's only once per floor. I had some other designs I was looking at as far as elevators go, but if I wanted an actual call button system to send it directly to the floor, it would have made this immensely bigger. And so I was able to get it compacted down into this little area here. So it worked out pretty nice. So let's head on to the next floor here. So this is the floor we have with our restaurants that we built in the last episode. As you can see, we still have our angry friend hanging out. On this section, we've got a few different things. So in the normal build, there's not really anything here in the Lego build. So I went ahead and added this kind of Japanese shrine. So we can go inside. You can see kind of like where the incense would be burning. We have some candles and some plants. So just something simple to kind of take up the area here. And then we've got some glass artwork up there with different windows and lights, kind of looking like a little bit of a modern art piece. Up above, you can kind of see our squid, as in like the Lego set itself. We've got a little squid design there. And then my favorite, the puffer fish. And we'll get a better look at that in just a second. So let's head on up to the next level there. Oh, he's still mad at me. So now as we do have a way to actually get to the shop up here. I have neglected to put a button though, so we can't go through that door. But if we head up this ladder, it will take us into the brand new house that's up on the top floor. So in the actual official Ninjago set, this is Lloyd's house, and Lloyd Garmadon, and so I've got the bunk beds in here. I still need to decorate a little bit more, maybe add a TV and stuff, kind of fill this place out. But I just wanted to kind of get it done and put it together. Up top, we've got a couple windows in the attic area. And then I thought this was kind of a neat little touch since their view is kind of blocked by the top of this sushi restaurant. I put these little pictures that kind of simulate a view out into the ocean. So you've got that on both sides and it's lit from the back to provide some light so that we don't have any mob spawns up here because we don't want that. And then we have to head on down back to the elevator again. And let's head up onto the top floor. Now, the top floor is the sushi restaurant, and we've got our wonderful puffer fish, which I will fly out here and give you a better look at. So the puffer fish design I changed up a little bit. It kind of looks like Buralis a little bit of a Kiralis face. I thought that was a funny little thing to add, but I think it turned out really well. And then, of course, we have all of our tables and whatnot. We've some antennas, a giant antenna right here, and then there's a bathroom inside there. We'll take a look at that. But the thing that took the most time and the thing I'm most proud of has to be this sushi conveyor belt. So this took me forever to figure out how I was going to do it. But I eventually came up with a design that revolves around obviously water, because you can hear that, and armor stands. So using the armor stand book, we were able to take these items that they were holding in their hands and put them on their heads. And then I have that going around in a circle. It's a bunch of water streams. Now, the trick, though, was spacing them out. Now, that was incredibly challenging because once you add the water in there and basically remove that, you're going to have remove anything blocking them. You're going to have them start to move. And it's almost impossible to space them out correctly. So with some redstone trickery, I was able to space them out and then release them all at once. And so now we have this going around in circles. Before that, I actually had, and I still have the blue ice underneath, had some spaces where it was sliding along the blue ice. Now, the problem with that, I found out after the fact, is when I fly away from this and Minecraft stops simulating these entities, they stop if they're on the blank space with no water. So I actually had to redesign the water so that there's water constantly all through here. So a few different layers. And that allowed me to be able to have this constantly in motion, even when I leave and come back. It doesn't break. So, but it turned out really great. And then, of course, I'm going to get another villager right here as our sushi chef. We've got a little micro block of the, the Crimson Nylium to represent almost like a piece of tuna. And I'm probably going to add some cups and other decorations up here as well. And then we've got this bathroom, a fancy bathroom that they had here in the set. Of course, with their toilet, missing a toilet seat. I need to add that. And our sink. So, but my favorite part of this, aside from the sushi stuff, is flying through this hole. It is awesome. But yes, overall, it turned out fantastic. I cannot be more pleased with this. And then, of course, one other thing that I ended up using armor stands for was actually this cone, because there's no way to stack Minecraft blocks like this. So we ended up using an armor stand and a shrunken down piece of quartz to be able to simulate this cone, and it worked out great. I definitely want to get into more armor stand work as I move along with these projects, but I am absolutely floored. This turned out so good, and I'm glad to be done with it, but I'm also glad to expand onto it and kind of take this inspiration from the set and bring it to other things. So that's what we're going to end up doing probably in future episodes here, is expanding out this side on the second floor there, expanding across the way here. I do want to add some more buildings over there and eventually have some bridges going over the water and that type of stuff. So, and then we got our sushi restaurant signs, and it just looks great. I'm so pleased with this. So I really hope you enjoyed that build. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and it really looks great now that it's all completed. It's a several week project, but I just can't wait to start some more. Maybe smaller projects, maybe some farms. We'll have to get to those soon. Once again, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you guys for tuning into these episodes. I'd love to hear your feedback. I love those likes coming in. And if you aren't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It helps out the channel. It helps me be able to spread the word of this series. And hopefully at some point, we'll grow and grow a community. So looking forward to sharing more content with you guys. The season's coming close to an end. I think we only have a few more months. So once 118 comes around, I think that's going to be it. And then we'll have to move on to a whole new world. So once again, thank you guys for watching and safe travels, everyone.